أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد.
Primary age is the most important age. That's when where their IQ develops, that's when their identity is constructed, so that's when they become the person they are in the future.
I'd probably say this is one of the most supportive schools I've worked at in my 17 years of teaching.
Islamic education is something which boosts the morals of the children.
And I think, at the end of the day, we just want to get Fitrah school's pupils more active, and I think we've had the support from Sajid and Ali to do that.
Safe. I feel it's a safe place to send my children here.
The name of the school is Fitrah SIPS, Southampton Islamic Primary School. The word Fitrah is an important concept in Islam. As Prophet Muhammad said, every child born with a fitrah, which is innate nature.
The school was opened in September 2010 by parents who were concerned about their well-being and ultimately their fitrah and future development as good Muslims of their children.
So the aim of the school, as the name says, is to actually preserve as well as to nurture the fitrah of our children, that innate nature of believing Allah, connecting with Allah.
I think already the children, they know they are Muslim, but to me it's priority in this age now to understand the Islam, to be a good Muslim. And next stage, yes, we can know about behavior.
The first time I've worked in a school of this size, it's probably the smallest school I've ever worked in, but the friendliest. So it's very like a village school, but within a city, so it's got a nice feel to it. Right girls, we're going to go downstairs into the children's department in Waterstones. I'm going to have a look at all the books on offer. Okay?
Welcome to the world of Hugless Douglas. Hugless Douglas loves his friends and he loves hugs, especially best friend hugs. He can always count on his friends. The sheep are a crazy, cuddly, friendly bunch. And what sound do sheep make? What else? What does this say? Yes, Sophia?
Sandwich hug.
Sandwich
Pajamas
hug.
hug.
Pajamas hug. There's lots of different hugs. What hugs can you think of?
Holly hug day. Hug.
The idea is to particularly encourage the children to get into reading, to enjoy books, and actually going off-site and going into a real bookshop and handling real books. It's probably quite a nice experience for them. And I, in my teaching, like to encourage the children to try different text types, different stories, just encourage a love of reading.
The school will help us to the halfway or more than halfway. The school explain a lot of things maybe we're not able to give the children. That's what I feel.
Main goal of the school is to provide an alternative education for Muslim children in Southampton, and an education that is linked or related to their identity, to their values and their beliefs, and to build and bring up future leaders for the Muslim community who have values, who have inspirational leaders who want to change something, to change the society for better.
Well, we wanted our children to have a religious education as well as secular education, and we want a kind of a balance to be in the home and in the school and in the mosque.
When we talk about the British artist Banksy, he has to prepare his work before he executes it, and he makes stencils. So his work is actually quite carefully planned. I say to you, Malika, oh, graffiti is lovely and bright and colourful, and the opposite side or the counter-argument would be...
It's eyesore.
It can be an absolute eyesore. I only have 11 in my class, so it's a really lovely small environment. And in that sense, it really is a true private school because the children are getting a really good ratio of adults to the children.
For example, my daughter Sarah, when came first in this school, she wasn't too good in math. So basically, a year passed, and then I can see changes in her. After a couple of parents' meetings I had with the teachers, and then I realized that she's doing, alhamdulillah, better than her previous school.
Then you have to add the value of postage and packing. So it doesn't say it's £3.95 per item. Just need to be super careful where the brackets go. All right. The normal day is fairly routine. We have literacy and numeracy in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll have guided reading or topics. So we do history or geography or science. And within the week they'll have 2 sessions of Arabic led by a trained teacher. So a specialist teacher comes in just for that, and they also have Islamic studies again with another professional teacher comes in. It's almost like a secondary school in that respect. They have specialist teachers for specialist subjects.
It teaches Arabic as a modern language, and that surprises a lot of people when the children here, they actually do and shows that translates English to Arabic or Arabic to English. So they develop in a foreign language very effectively in a young age.
الشمس is not so you cancel this الشمس. But how you read this? القمرية. القمر. الريشة. لا الشمسية أم القمرية؟
الشمسية.
جيد. الريشة. Because I did not say the lamb. I said الثعلب.
It's not like a madrasa where you only learn Islam. It's a daily life practice that you actually practice when you're eating, when you're sitting, when you're talking. Everything it becomes with a link with the Islamic perspective and Islamic point of view.
For me, is apart from the education, and is a manner as well. It's very important for the children to grow up with the Islamic manners, and alhamdulillah, it's improved a lot, and I can see that on my child, and it's a lot different.
Like my Saeed, before he liked saying, I don't know, say like Lady Gaga or something like that. But now, mashallah, and I'm very happy, I'm very pleased. He remind me sometimes, Mama say astaghfirullah, Mama say alhamdulillah. And that's a good thing. When I say Saeed Salah now, he's not like before, he's going more understanding.
This school provides holistic education so that the children, when they graduated, be well-rounded, they would serve their purpose, and I have no doubt, inshallah, they would leave a legacy behind.
It's build your identity as a Muslim, and you can still be part of the wider society. So one of the things we teach them is that you are Muslims and you are British Muslims, and you will be working with the different people with different religions and different cultures. So we prepare them to that understanding, wider understanding of the society.
We've got very good links with the community. We have a lot of visitors to the school and share their knowledge with them, and a lot of opportunities for them to go outside of the school on educational visits.
Through this we can encourage them to want to better themselves, to want to better society, to want to go the extra mile to help their fellow human being as well. This element of servitude is something that as an ummah now we need to revive.
It's a beautiful day like this. Now when it gets sunny, what happens? When it gets sunny, what happens to all the plants and the trees? They grow up. But how do plants and trees grow? You put water. They need plants and trees, they need water to grow, and they need sunlight, don't they?
Well, I think we've been working now since 2011 together. We've delivered a PE curriculum for Fitrah school over the years, notably in swimming, gymnastics and athletics. And it's great to see a school, taking a proactive approach and being passionate about their children doing so much sport and physical activity. It's usually the other way around, where we have to contact schools in Southampton to ask them to come along to events, but Sajid and his team have kind of approached us on numerous occasions asking for more and more different types of sports to do, and it's not just the traditional ones as well. I know they've done a lot of work with our Woodmere Outdoor Activity Centre with canoe kayaking and land-based activities, so it's great that they're thinking outside the box and not just the traditional sports.
And this is something that we cannot provided at home the way it should be. So school is really a great help towards that.
And you know, I think you've got a role to play, not just providing something in a school setting, but in that community setting. There's no other school in Southampton that provides that community support. Their job kind of stops the moment that school finishes, and maybe an element of after-school sport at their school. But you don't see many schools pushing a variety of sports at different settings. If Fitrah School is one of the best schools at doing that in Southampton.
الخلق في يوم المعاد